Stop everything you are doing right now, because what just dropped out of Santa Clara is absolutely sending shockwaves through the entire NFL universe. The San Francisco 49ers fanbase is in complete meltdown mode tonight, and if you have not heard what John Lynch just announced, then you need to sit down, take a deep breath, and watch every single second of this video, because this changes everything, and I mean everything, heading into the 2026 season. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button right now because we cover 49ers news the moment it breaks. And today is one of those days you do not want to miss. Let's set the stage for a second, because context is everything here. The San Francisco 49ers just wrapped up a 2025 season that, honestly, was a roller coaster that no fan signed up to ride. They lost Nick Bosa for a massive chunk of the year. They lost Fred Warner, two of their most elite defensive players, gone from the lineup for extended stretches. And yet this team, this resilient, battle-tested team, led by Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, still went out there and clawed their way to a 12-5 record and punched their ticket to the playoffs. That alone should tell you everything you need to know about the foundation that has been built in San Francisco. This organization does not collapse. It survives. It adapts. And it keeps moving forward. But here is where things get absolutely insane. John Lynch stepped in front of reporters and delivered an announcement that nobody, and I mean nobody, in the entire football world was fully prepared to hear. And the moment those words left his mouth, Twitter exploded. Reddit went into overdrive, and 49ers fans everywhere started blowing up comment sections and DMs, asking the same question: how did this happen? How does a team that just won 12 games, a team that just showed the entire NFC they are still a legitimate Super Bowl threat, end up here? How does a roster built on years of elite talent evaluation, smart contracts, and championship-caliber coaching suddenly face a departure of this magnitude? Now, before we get into exactly what Lynch announced, I need you to understand the full picture of how we got to this moment, because the backstory is just as wild as the announcement itself. See, the 49ers have been operating at what Kyle Shanahan himself described as pedal to the metal for years. Think about what that means. Year after year, this front office was making moves, locking up extensions, bringing in pieces, building what became one of the most respected rosters in the league. Brock Purdy got his franchise quarterback money. The big contracts were handed out. The trades were made. And for a while, it all looked like it was going to culminate in that long-awaited Super Bowl parade through the streets of San Francisco. But the NFL has a brutal mechanism built right into its foundation, and it is called the salary cap. And when you go pedal to the metal for too many years in a row, eventually the bill comes due. Last offseason, the 49ers had to make painful decisions. Dre Greenlaw, a guy this defense was built around, walked out the door and signed with the Denver Broncos. Talanoa Hufanga, a former All-Pro safety who was part of the soul of this defense, also packed his bags and headed to Denver. These were not fringe players. These were cornerstone contributors, and watching them leave in 49ers fans' rearview mirrors was genuinely heartbreaking. Lynch stood up at the podium and told the truth about it. He said it was never easy to watch good players leave this building. He acknowledged the ebb and flow of building a contender in today's NFL. But he also made it crystal clear that the departures were a direct result of doing things right in previous years, that people want what the 49ers have created, what the players have built, what Shanahan has built. And that is both a compliment and a gut punch at the same time. You built something so good, you can no longer afford to keep it all together. And now, here we are again, standing at another crossroads, staring down another set of decisions that will define the next chapter of this franchise. The announcement Lynch made has fans questioning the direction of the roster, questioning which faces they will and will not see on the field next season, and asking the biggest question of all, is this 49 years team truly built to finally bring home the Lombardi Trophy in 2026? Or are they walking into another year of what-ifs and heartbreak? Here's what we do know. Lynch is not backing down. He is not retreating. In fact, insiders who cover this team from inside the building have been loudly pushing back on any narrative that suggests Lynch is on shaky ground or that his position is in jeopardy. David Lombardi of the San Francisco Standard, a reporter with deep, trusted access inside that organization, came out and said point-blank that John Lynch's job was never on the line, that he has been one of the best executives in professional football for a decade, and that he is widely regarded inside the building as a key glue piece of this franchise. So if you were one of the fans speculating that Lynch was the one walking out the door, that story is dead on arrival. What makes this situation even more fascinating is that Lynch went out and backed up every word with action. He signed Mike Evans, a future Hall of Fame wide receiver, to bring elite veteran playmaking to this offense. He executed a trade to bring in Osa Odigizua from the Dallas Cowboys to add proven pass rushing depth on the defensive line. These are not the moves of a general manager who is unsure of himself or uncertain about the path forward. These are the moves of a man who looks at his roster, sees the gaps, and goes and fills them with conviction. And the draft picture? This team still has 7 picks in the first 4 rounds of the upcoming draft. 7. In a draft cycle that Lynch and Shanahan have used time and time again to find hidden gems, developmental studs, and contributors who punch way above their draft slot. 7 picks in the top 4 rounds is borderline ridiculous ammunition. Combine that with the return of Nick Bosa and Fred Warner to full health. Add the experience gained by young players who were forced into the lineup by injuries last season, and what you have is a 49 years roster that is quietly, methodically, and dangerously reloading for a championship run. The NFC West is a gauntlet right now. The Los Angeles Rams are dangerous. The Seattle Seahawks just won the Super Bowl, and they are not going anywhere. But the 49ers have been here before. They have navigated the hard years, the salary cap crunches, the injury nightmares, and the playoff exits that left the fan base speechless. And every single time, Lynch and Shanahan have found a way to bring this team back to relevance, back to contention, and back to the doorstep of greatness. So yes, the announcement Lynch made shook things up. Yes, there are departures that sting. Yes, there are changes coming that will take some getting used to. But here is the truth that every 49ers fan needs to hold on to right now. This organization is not broken. It is not falling apart. It is evolving, it is adapting, and under the leadership of one of the most respected general managers in football, it is being built to win the whole thing in 2026. Now here is what I need from you. If this video fired you up, if it gave you information you were not expecting, or if it confirmed something you already felt deep in your chest as a 49ers fan, then smash that like button right now. Seriously, hit it hard. It takes 1 second, and it helps this channel more than you know. Drop your reaction in the comments below. I want to know exactly what you think about the moves Lynch is making, which departure hit you the hardest, and whether you believe the 49ers are going all the way in 2026.